Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Today we're going to do a product review of this Husky Heavy Duty Shelf Unit. Now this is one we've already put together. Obviously we bought two of them, but basically it's good for 5,000 pounds, 1,000 pounds per shelf. We're going to show you how we put it together. We're going to talk about the tools you need, and when we're finished we'll give you our final review of this product. Now we've got our box opened up, we've got all the parts out. These are the upright legs. I'll show you a close-up picture of those in the corner. These are the short pieces that go crossways that your shelf's set on. Here again, I'll show a picture of this up in the corner. These are identical except they're longer. That's these here. And of course, these are your shelf units. Got a couple little bags of parts down on the floor, on the ground rather. I'll show you what those are and where they go when we get to it. Now the first thing you do, and I put a picture of these up in the corner, but these are the feet that go on the bottom of these uprights at the very bottom. Now so take 4 of these one at a time, and I put a picture of this up in the corner as well, but you want the hole, if you see the little part of the hole, that goes to the bottom. So if you turn it this way and put a foot there, that's wrong because this is the top of the pole that goes up. So make sure you got it turned where the little part of the hole is to the bottom, and put a foot on 4 of them like that. And just go ahead and do 4 posts like that. Now to put this shelf unit together, the only tool you need is a rubber hammer. You don't have to have a rubber hammer, but if you have one, that's the best tool. Don't go buy one if you don't have one. If you got an old hammer with a wooden handle, you can use that wooden part of that handle for what I'm going to be using the rubber hammer for. If you don't have that, an old block of wood, or just something that you can hit these a little bit to put them in position that won't damage them. Rubber hammer works great, but you don't have to have one. Now the next step is to take one of your short pieces like this and put it here. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about where you put your first shelf. On ours, we came up, well, let's see what we did. We came up to right there, but as you look at this shelf, how much space we got under here. Think about how high you want that bottom shelf from the ground up. Now ours is probably 3-4 inches up from the floor, but you can, think about how high you want that bottom shelf. But the way you start with one of the little short cross pieces, which is this piece here. And I put a picture of this in the corner. This little lip right here is what your shelf sits on. Okay, so you want that little lip toward the top. And on the inside, well, I got this upside down, pardon me. You put it in those holes. You let it go down. And you take your rubber hammer or whatever you got, and you tap it into place. And hopefully it don't fall out like mine did. Okay, like that. And that's all you got to do to put them together. But make sure this goes to the inside of this, and make sure the little bracket that sticks out is to the top. That's the way it's supposed to go. Now you get another leg, put it over here. Same hole from the bottom, and just tap it into place just like you did the first one. Now the next step, take one of your long pieces, which are these pieces here, again to the inside of your leg, same height as the other one. I get it in there, tap it down. Well, it don't fall out on you. All right, now I've already put 2 legs together for the other side. We're going to do the same thing here. All right, then we'll get another long piece, put it over there, and the bottom part will be finished. And this is what the inside of your corners should look like when you get your cross pieces put on your leg. One thing the instructions don't tell you is which way to lay your shelf on. And you put your shelves on as you construct the framework up. But this bar right here is on top, This one's on top, that one's on top, and I'll show you a close-up of this up above, but you don't have, so like there's one there underneath, but there's not one here. So if this goes turned over from the way I've got it, your shelf is not as level. You need to put where the majority of these going this way is on the top, and that'll give you a better level shelf than if the shelf is turned the other way. Your next step is to install these little brackets or little pins that keep the shelf from raising up, and it goes just like that. This part here goes around one of these bars, this part goes in this little hole that's underneath. And we've learned that it's easier if you put the bottom part in first, and then if you take your thumb and flex the underneath side up, it'll just go right on there real easily and clip and hold your shelf. Okay. The next thing you do is you extend these legs by putting two of them together using this part. And I'll put a close-up up in the corner here in a minute. But the way these things are made, the end folds over on both sides. This has got to go in that fold. And you may have to flex the leg a little bit to make sure that the leg goes in that fold here and here. And then take your rubber mallet and just tap it all the way down. Then you get another one of your leg brackets. Again, making sure the small part of the hole is to the bottom. It goes on top. Making sure it goes inside those little folds of metal. And then take your rubber mallet and tap that down. And that's how you extend your legs to go on up for the rest of your shelves. The last step is to install these things on the top of your legs. And I put a picture of these up in the corner so you can see what they look like. But basically it's just a little plastic piece that goes on top of this metal because these corners are kind of sharp. Just to help protect you when you're reaching up there from getting hurt. That's all they're for. But they just go right on the corners. Just press them down like so, and that's it. Now for my final review. I like that these shelves are easy to assemble. The only tool you need is something to drive the shelves down into place. Rubber mallet works great, but as I said earlier, it's not required. One thing I will warn you about, this box is heavy when it's full. It was all I could do to pick one of these things up, and most of the time I would just scoot them around. So I would seriously recommend that you get at least 2 people to move the boxes. But you know, it's heavy because these are good quality heavyweight shelves. One thing that I see as a negative, but it's not that much of a negative, is for the shelves, I like plywood shelves because I think things slide across there easier. But these are vented, which is good in some ways. But that's not a big deal. That's more of a personal preference than a real negative. And that's the only thing close to a negative that I've got for these shelves. They're very well made. They're sturdy. Now one thing I will do, these are the instructions. And I will make a copy of this and I will post it on my website if you're interested in seeing the instructions. That's DIYwithWayne.com. There'll be a link in the description. And like I said, I will scan this and put it there. I also scanned the front of the box. There'll be a picture of the box so you can read the details on the box if you'd like at DIYwithWayne.com. So that's about it. A couple other little things is, you know, we've installed these the same way. And the shelves obviously are adjustable, but you can build these things so that you have 2 that are this high and make it wide instead of tall. It is an option when you put these things together. So they do have some flexibility. So anyway, I give them a thumbs up. If you like my video, please click like on it. It helps us grow, bring you more videos. And if you would subscribe to our channel, because that helps us grow. But it also helps you to find more videos that we've done, either the DIY repairing, fixing, replacing things around the house, or product reviews that's relevant around the house. The main thing we're trying to do is help save you money. So if you want to save money, subscribe to our channel, we'll help you with that. So at this point, I'd just like to say thank you for visiting. Do it yourself with Wayne, and we hope you have a great day.